What's going on, guys? Can you
Hey,
hear me?
hey, Andrew, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
There you are.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Pretty good, pretty good. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Yeah. Uh, Appreciate you. Yeah, reaching out. Yeah, I know it's I've only been doing it for a month, but I'm happy to share whatever you guys want to talk about. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for taking your time out, sharing your experience. So I guess let's just get started. Can I just have you introduce yourself? I guess what you do for a living, and we'll just go from
Sure. My name's Andrew Esposito. Friends call me Espo. Um, I work as a group sales manager for a 3PL logistics company selling B2B logistics. Um, been doing that for about 2.5 years. With this company for about 4 years. I graduated college in 21, turned 26 in March. Yeah,
there. Very nice. What was your experience like before this? You were you exposed to the stock market at all? Any experience?
and other than just like having a Robinhood account, like you seeing the stuff about GameStop and AMC, and like knowing Tesla, like knowing what's going on, but not actually like participating in it, seeing it,
Yeah,
kind of just from the sidelines, kind of thing.
yeah.
No. So no, I hadn't really made any trades. Like, if I did, I was throwing like $5 here or $10 there, like not really knowing what I was doing or just kind of haphazardly saying like, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get, 20, 50% and after a year and a couple stocks, sure. But then, realizing, no, wait, I made, you know, that 20% was $5 or something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Got it. So very limited experience. You were exposed to it a little bit, but just tossing a dollar or a couple dollars here and there.
Yeah.
Nothing too significant. Got
100%.
it.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess how was your experience so far since joining the program? Like, what is your experience in terms of like your learning, the support you've got, things like that?
Yeah. I mean, it's been great. I mean, just from the sense of the curriculum and like the things that you're teaching being really straightforward and easy to pick up on, and just making sense, right? Just the way you lay it out, step by step by step, makes a lot of sense. Like my confidence in what I'm investing in is just immediately after like going through all the modules, sitting in on a couple of those weeks of the one the weekly team meetings. Immediately, I'm like, okay, when I just kind of like you say before, right? Like when I invest, like I'm not worried about having to sell or like, oh, what am I going to sell for a loss? Because
Yeah,
confident enough that like regardless,
fundamentals.
it's going is right. The fundamentals aren't changing. It's going to make me money. Like eventually, if I just have the patience, right? And that's been the biggest thing, just working on being this early on, is kind of learning that a couple firsthand. Whether it's like, oh, what should I get in? Oh, it actually did go up, or oh, I shouldn't. Like, should I sell now or not? And just kind of just well, those things are just kind of I think regardless of experience or not, like those are just things you learn as you do it. And so that's been great. Like support wise, Heidi, she's reaching out pretty much almost every day, checking in. Like she's always available. I know you're available too, if need be
She's
too.
great.
So, yeah, it's all been great. Yeah.
Yep. Could you speak a little bit about your some of the wins or just your overall experience in some of the plays that you've gotten?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, just sticking to that, like you said, 3 to 5%, kind of makes it in the sense that of where I'm trying to compound those gains fast. It does make it uh, happen faster. I'm not waiting for a 20% gain. I'm not waiting for it to go up 15%.
Yep.
It allows me to take profits quicker, which I enjoy. And so a couple like the trades I said was like Kraft Heinz. I live in Pittsburgh. It's a Pittsburgh company. Like I've been around it. Like it's they have a full museum here. They're well entrenched in the Pittsburgh community, and just kind of so I know a decent amount of the company. I have friends who work there. Like I understand that the companies, while it has certain, might even have certain fundamentals that aren't, it doesn't have every single fundamental that meets the criteria, right? And I see
Yep.
how oversold it is at the moment. Like I know
Yep.
that okay, either I'm making short term 3 to 5% gains, or I'm holding long term, and it's gonna get there. And so that's what I've been able to win a few times. Just okay, hey, cool, 3 to 5%. I'll take it here. I'll leave some if I think that it's reaching went way higher than I thought it would. I might take all of it out and like wait.
Yep.
So that's been good. Same thing with like a stock like Dollar General was one of the other ones I had. Kind of same thing. I saw it get crazy oversold. It's coming that's been around for forever, especially if you're depending on how you think the economy's going. If you think things are, kind of being a slowdown after this crazy bull market we've had, then
Yep.
companies like that selling at discounted retail, like they do well. So things like that, those are all things that I've kind of learned just from lessons, kind of things that you've said, right? Like take a holistic view of the stock, not just one number, not just what the technicals say. Kind of put it all together, and we have it all together. Because my confidence is just grown a lot, which is just I'm not worrying about it. I'm not like kind of constantly checking. Oh shit, 5%. Oh shit. It's just I know that when I get a message that it's hit a certain point, I just check. Oh, I can take it out here. I can take it out. And that's nice. Yeah.
Very good. So right, pretty much now, a very like systematic approach to the stock market. Emotions are a lot more in control, and yeah, just overall, your confidence in gauging a company's fundamentals and technicals is a lot more than pretty much when you started.
Oh, 100%. It'd be hard to quantify considering I came not knowing really anything in terms as far as technicals, just like heard the terms, thrown it around like
Yeah,
in business school. So I had friends in finance. So like, you know the basic terms, right? But it
yeah,
doesn't actually doing it, live. And you said, now that I start to see so the patterns start kind of making sense, right? Like you mentioned before about, when a stock goes down, like I can actually, I'm like, oh shit, like I'm feeling more confident now to be like, oh, this is probably going to be even a better entry than I was looking for if it's going down. Like if I know the fundamentals are sound type of thing.
yeah.
So the way I've looked at it has changed completely, like a 180. So it's been great. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, I was looking some of your wins. Some of them huge wins, like I think like 8% or so with Baba, I think, and
Bob was like
yeah,
8, yeah, Bob was 8%, right? It's kind of your thing saying like it doesn't need to be immediate, right? You called
yeah,
it, and I happened to see it, and it had already dropped a little bit more. Okay, even better for me. Like
beautiful.
and that's exactly what happened
Yeah,
with Bob. Well, that's been my biggest win so far in terms of even. I mean, one of my biggest wins percentage wise, and then just termly monetary because it was one of the ones. It was like so like 3 weeks in, so like I was fully putting in like when you say 40%, like I'm putting in 30%, right? The first couple times I
yeah.
was like, let me just see, like, I'm new. I don't want to like kind of the same thing risk because of
Overexposed
my confidence has grown. So now I'm able to put in like I said before, I
a
was
little
able to
bit
draw
more.
because I had no confidence. I had no idea what I was doing. But now I can put way more money into a single stock because I have that confidence. Yeah.
Very good. You said since you joined with me, it's been how long now? About
Just just a month. Yeah, pretty much just a
just a
month.
month
Yeah.
now. In total cumulative gains, percentage wise, how much would you say you've made so far and within the span of this
Uh,
4 weeks so far?
just in the 4 weeks, I think I'm already up, averaging all out at least 5%. I think it was the 4.8 was just the one last time I looked. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Did you ever look into like any other mentorships or anything like that prior to joining us?
No, I've definitely seen other ones, but I mean, you guys,
Hmm.
you kind of stuck out. I was just, it was a more realistic approach and not just, you hear it crazy like, oh, become, we start making 10 grand a month within a week. Like,
Yeah,
it just kind of stuck out to me as just more real and authentic and kind of just like, hey, I have figured out a way that's successful. I want to help people also learn that way. And yeah.
appreciate it. Appreciate it. Can you speak a little bit more about just overall like the support you've gotten, just and just the time commitment it took while you were in the program, being that you
Yeah.
had your job as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no, yeah, my job's by no means, like, standard 9 to 5 here even. I'm 7:45, 5:15 on the East Coast, and that goes a lot till 6. So I'm working and I'm waking up. It's 12 hours a day sometimes for the most part. So um, really just being able to come home, do modules here and there on the weekends, you can really because it's so digestible and it builds really easy on itself. I was able to do a lot of the modules even within a weekend. Um, but then as far as support goes, like every step along the way, it's if you have questions, reach out. Hey, how are you doing? Do you need help? How are things going? Anything good that's happened? Have you had any issues? Right? And
Yeah,
said just if I set up a meeting, hey, I have a quick question. Like I wanted a clarification on this. Hey, let's ask Daryl right now, and then I would get a response back really quickly. So, in terms of time commitment, I would say it's really as much as you want to put into it. But I think because of how it is, like you get into it because it becomes digestible, becomes easy to learn, and then you see when you make a trade here, okay, now it's working, and now I'm gonna like and I see that it's working. Not become like addicted to it, but you feel good, and you're like, okay, I want to keep learning more. I want to keep getting better at this. And that's all just because again, support wise, like I know that if I had questions along the way as I keep trying to do more and get more in depth and do more high level things, like I have access to that. Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. I guess my last question would be: do you recommend this program to others? Is a certain population you'd recommend it to?
Yeah, I mean it's from what I've seen, just even from the team that's in the chat currently that I've met and that I've talked to a little bit, like it really could be all ages, for the most part in terms of like I mean I would at least say, like 18 in college, post college is probably the youngest.
Mhm.
But in terms of like age limit, like couldn't see why not. You know, even if you're not looking, if you had no experience before, it really kind of comes down to like the financial exposure that you've had so far. Like if you haven't been exposed to the stock market, I think everybody could benefit from learning about, you know, what it is, how it works, and how to kind of make it work for you. I think the way the economy is now, like you have to have another, you know, you have to know at least. Like I said, I have a nine
Another
to five
source
job.
of income.
Right. I'm not saying I don't make. Like, I make above average for Pittsburgh, and I just know that
Mhm.
like long term, that's not going to get me where I want. Just in terms of how inflation's gone, just how the way it takes to get the next level of things. If you want the next level of creature comforts, right? It just that gap keeps widening. So, like you said, you know, you need at least one other source of income. I think is need to have it. So this is a great. It's been a great way to kind of add that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Love to hear what everything. Andrew, thanks for coming, sharing your whole story,
Yeah. No problem.
taking time out of your day. But yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
much all the questions I have for you. But yeah,
Cool. Thanks, man.
anything you want to add before we like leave? But I think you pretty much said
Yeah.
everything
No, I mean,
under the sun.
yeah. Nothing. No. Yeah. I mean, like I said, once you start getting into it, I feel like it becomes something that's really fun, and while you're actually earning money and learning more. So nothing bad to say, man. It's all been great.
Awesome. All right, Andrew.
Great.
Thanks for taking the time of your day. Take care. Okay.
Good night, guys.
Bye now.